EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Green 18. Check 53. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Hey, 53. Showing up. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now this throw caught left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 13-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A throw caught by Kumaro. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mayfield now. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Well, Charles, taking a step back for a second. Let's look at the undefeated teams still left in the NFL. We got New England, KC, they're 4-0. And then San Fran, they were open last week. They didn't have a game, so they're still at 3-0. We only have 3 teams left.
And they had the easiest path, not just because they had the open week, but how about New England getting challenged by Buffalo? Yes, they were on the road, but you don't often think of Buffalo as a team to really press New England. They did. And Kansas City, they got a heck of a test in Detroit. Had to score with 20 seconds left on the clock to win that game. So both of them remained undefeated, but not without struggles.
That's the interesting thing about Buffalo. I think we learned more about them in their one loss this year than we have in their 3 victories.
I think we would say the same thing about Kansas City because of how they got pressed, but we'd also say the same thing about Detroit, how they played Kansas City in that game.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Morgan Burnett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Second and 5 now. Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 57 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Rodgers. This is caught by Williams. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the draw, here's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Mike Fofo. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 16 yards, a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll run again with Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He finds Beckham complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Regular. Big time drive. Let's go, boys.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus D.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Hopping over the top. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, fourth quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Mayfield. Over the middle of the backer. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm going to run you over. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. We didn't get done. Let's go. Hey, we got mine. We didn't get done.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.